Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today we are continuing Morrowind. Jesus Christ. So, in the last video, we killed the vampire that the leader of the Zainab Ashlander tribe had sent us after. When we went back, he had yet another task for us. Apparently, it's customary to offer a gift to the Archcanon as a sign of respect. And since we're just a simple outlander with no idea about how these sort of things work, he chose a gift for us to give him. That gift happens to be a highborn Telvanni bride. And that's why we're going to dress up a slave girl in fancy clothes and bathe her in perfume. And this woman here is the one that's going to sell her to us. Welcome, Climbs and Hides, to the Festival Slave Market, the finest slaves in Vardenfell. I'm Seville Amayan, and I know we have the slave for you. Are you looking for a standard household slaves? Are you looking for standard household slaves, or are you looking for something special? Well, we've been talking to her previously about how we can get this slave girl prepared for her role, so let's do something special. You have the Telvanni bug musk? Excellent. No, don't give it to me. You'll give it to her when you have bought her. Now, let me tell you my price. For this superb specimen, skillfully coached to play her part in your little scheme, I am pleased to accept from you the modest sum of 1,200 drakes. And I only offer you this special price out of my friendship for Sonumu Zabamat. She is the wise woman of the Zainab tribe, and she's actually the one that came up with the idea of purchasing a slave to pretend to be a highborn Telvanni bride. Because, as she put it, there's no Telvanni lord who would happily give up one of his daughters in order to marry an Ashlander. And since 1,200 drakes is really just a drop in the bucket compared to the 70,000 or so that I have on me, sure. Very good. Thank you for your custom, and come back soon. Now, here's the key to her cage. I've removed her slave bracers. When you're ready, you should speak with Flora Lulurvu, give her the presents, the exquisite clothes and Telvanni bug musk, and explain to her that she is to follow you back to Zainab camp to meet her future husband, Ashkan Kashad. We have the slave pod key, which apparently that's the slave pod. It looks like the kind of thing where a person could easily slip through, but maybe the different guards in the area would just capture you anyway. All
My
right.
time is precious, so make it quick.
Yeah. All right. So that thing is now open. Flora Lulurvu looks down at the ground, waiting for you to speak. Yes, Sarah. Flora Lulurvu of Velothus Haven, daughter of Andranu Lulurvu, lord of Tel Lulurvu. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See? Seville Amayan has taught me well. I shall be a highborn Telvanni lady, and no one will know the difference. Just like a lady. I admit I'm a little anxious about marrying an Ashlander, even an Ashlander chief, but anything is better than being a slave, and I am very tough and smart, and determined to make the best of my chances. But Seville Amayan said you wanted to give me something, some presents. Slave? I am yours. Now I cannot wait to meet my bridegroom, all right? Jesus, that was fast. Oh, Sarah, these clothes, they are divine. Such a perfume. Only the very rich can afford this. I shall do everything I can to please you and my new master, that is, my gracious lord and husband-to-be. Come, I am so excited, I cannot wait. Let us travel together to Zainab camp and meet this Zainab lord. All right. Are you ready now for me to accompany you to Zainab camp? Yes, please accompany me to the camp. Very well, Climbs and Hides. Now you and I will travel together. When we have arrived in the Ashcan's yurt at Zainab camp, we will speak further about my new bridegroom. All right. And yes, she is now following me. All right. So we are way down here in Tel Arun, and there we go. Zainab camp is here. I believe I had decided previously this is the first video being recorded in this particular sitting. I believe the last time I recorded, I decided that the easiest way would be to take a boat from Telerune back up to Voss, and then to head southwest. It does look like I've recently, or at some point, traveled that, so I probably have killed all of the monsters and enemies between those two places, so we should be safe. And now we are here, and the boat is straight south, which I believe it is still faster to climb up on top of the hill here and run across the top of it rather than going through the underground of Telerune. Yeah, because the underground map is slightly longer than it is on the overworld map between those two particular doors.
Wait for me.
Jesus. Normally, the people that accompany you on these different quests do seem to have no trouble in keeping up, but that's generally because they're carrying a whole lot less than you do. I mean, I am carrying 342 mystery weight units out of a total of 435.
Speak, traveler.
All right. Do you want something? Yes. Take me to Voss.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Jesus. Oh, for a second I thought they were both the same person. All right. So from here should be pretty much a straight shot southwest. And she should be able to keep up, because I'm at a full sprint, and every so often she just has to go from a mosey up to a run to keep up with me. So as long as she doesn't get caught on any world geometry or get accosted by any monsters, we should be able to make it there in one piece. That bug is moving, so I'm going to skirt around him to the north just a bit. And for a second, yeah, I saw there's I think that's an alet up on the hill, so hopefully we can avoid him as well. I do not want that bug to see me, because I don't want this woman getting killed on the way. I think that's a rat I've already killed in the past. And I think I took out... Yeah, I think that's a dead body over by the campfire. Oh, and here's the other one. Yeah, I seem to remember coming over the hill and having a couple of random Ashlander people come running at me. Are we heading in the right direction? Yes, sort of. Mostly. Just move a little bit further this way. There's another dead body up on that hill. That might be a Kagudi and a couple of rats that are laying down on the ground already. So we should be getting close. And she is still behind me. There's a Kagudi over there. Yes, we need to go a little bit further south. Sorry, a little bit further west than the direction we've been going. And that is a dead bug. Oh, and here is the camp itself now. Very nice. I do like to keep my fatigue as high as possible, just in case there's combat, and also just in case I have to trade anything or use dialogue in order to get somebody to like me more.
Where is that slave?
You're right behind me, guy. Let me save my game here, just so I don't have to make this trip all over again. In case something goes wrong. Alright.
Thank you.
Here we go. Yes, Sarah. Yes, we are here safely. And this fine man, he is to be my bridegroom. Yes. He is very distinguished looking, isn't he? A bit severe, perhaps, but the lines on his face, there, show that he likes to smile. Oh, Sarah, I think I will be very happy. All right.
Speak, traveler.
And what do you have to say? Greetings, Outlander. Have you returned with my Telvanni bride? Yes. This is my new bride. Jesus, his disposition went up real high. This is my new bride. I am very pleased with your gift, Climbs and Hides, though she is not so generous in the hips as I would like. I promise to make her a happy bride and to do her honor as a highborn Telvanni lady. Yeah, right. And, as I have said, I will now name you Zainab Nerevarine, war leader of the Zainab and protector of the people. I must also give you the Zainab Thong. What? An enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be a sign to all Dunmer that the Zainab have named you Nerevarine. Yes, I have named you Zainab Nerevarine, and we will listen with interest for tales of your exploits, Climbs and Hides. All right. So what the hell? What is that? It's got detect animal for 150 feet, which is not bad, but only for 5 seconds. I don't think I've ever seen that icon before in the game. That might be an amulet? No. Yeah. Yeah, alright, because I'm still wearing both rings, and I no longer... Yeah, you can see at the bottom left, I no longer have the amulet of the asthmatic on. Alright, yeah, so I guess... in Morrowind, at least, a thong is a amulet. So, now who do I go to? I've been named Nerevarine by all four Jesus. I have been named Nerevarine by all four tribes of the Vardenfell Ashlanders, Ursulaku, Ahemusa, Zainab, and Irabenimson. Of the 7 visions of 7 trials of the Incarnate, I have now fulfilled the 5th trial. I guess... it's back to, where is it? Recall. Because I believe my mark is still set to the Ursulaku camp. So, you two have fun now. Let me take recall off of my active spell. Let me peek in with the wise woman now. Of the Ursulaku camp, because she's the one that has been really telling me what to do in this story. You are the Nerevarine. Ask, and I shall answer with Azura's blessing. You have been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. Ursulaku, Ahemusa, Zainab, and Irabenimson all have named you Nerevarine. You have fulfilled the 5th trial of the 7 visions. It's the same thing. The full title of the prophecy is 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen and I will tell you the verses. God damn it. I guess I shouldn't have clicked that then. I believe I've read all of this out. So what is the 6th? He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. And then his mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. What does it mean? It tells us who the Nerevarine will be and the trials he must undergo before he fulfills his destiny. Some parts I understand, some parts I do not. I will answer your questions as best I can, but I cannot pretend to understand it all. Is there an S for 6th trial? Here we go. Here we go. I was blind, but Azura's star has guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Sariani, has asked to see you when you are the Hortator and Nerevarine. Go to him and demand to speak with the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranak's tools secret, but you will need these tools when you stand before Dagoth-Ur. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivek. They are the keys to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials.
Your actions precede you, Outlander. I've heard good things about you.
Why, thank you. In fact, what is my reputation is up to 43. That's pretty damn high. So now we get to go talk to Vivek, which is going to take a little bit of travel. Who would be closest? Let's try Divine Intervention. That takes us to Nisus. Does Nisus have a boat? There we go. Nisus has a Silt Strider. And I know that Vivek has a Silt Strider as well. And once I get close enough to the town of Vivek, or the city of Vivek, then I can Almzivi intervention my way directly to the temple. Take me all the way down to Seyda-Neen, Jesus.
Why walk when you can ride?
I seem to remember that there was something I had to do near Narmak. You know, at this point, I am just going to... Jesus. I am going to focus on...
we make a special
Jesus.
trip just for you. Same low price.
I am going to focus on the main quest. Yeah, alright, so... Almzivi should take me to the temple. You know what? I am going to stop in with Ebonheart. Just so I can turn in this rat meat.
That was the strangest book I've ever read.
I like what I see.
Aren't you a
Stay
sight?
out of trouble,
What can I
and
do
you'll have
for you?
none from me.
Jesus, everybody's talking to me. Alright, I believe you were the potion man. I see you have brought me 5 units of rat meat. Here's a cure poison potion for you. And since these little errands are becoming a little more dangerous, here are a couple of books you might find useful. Now, speak to me again when you are ready for another lay healer mission, and don't forget to check for advancement. The Wraith's Wedding Dowry, I'm pretty sure I already read that. Charwick Conning, Volume 1. I didn't realize there were more than one volume of that, because I don't think I've ever heard of the name of that book before.
Well met.
Jesus, that whistle was right in my ear. Bring me 1 unit of netch leather for cure paralyzation potions. The Asadian Isles is a good place to hunt. I suggest you start by looking around near Balur Salvu's house. He says he sees wild bull netch all the time. Now, stick with bull netch to start with. The Betty netch are rather more dangerous. Balur Salvu. Balur Salvu's farm is on the road just south of Pelagiad. The farmhouse is north of the road, south of the southwestern end of Lake Hyron. Just head north from Ebonheart. Don't take the bridge west towards Seyda-Neen. When you hit the east-west road between Pelagiad and Vivek, turn right east toward Vivek. And Balor's farm is not far. If you reach a bridge, you've gone too far. Balor is a shrewd fellow. Ask nicely, and he might share his knowledge. I'll try to remember that when I finally... You know, I'm not even sure if I'm going to go there. Do I have... I do not have any leather on me, but I do... He did give me some books. Yeah, I had read that one already. The ransom... nice. My unarmored went up. I'm now almost halfway through level 20. God, my spear's at 88. Sweet. I do have some repair hammers. I don't think I need to use them just yet. Why am I running? Because I believe I need to go to the temple, which Almzivi will take me there directly. And now... Note, here we go. Note from Sariani. No, this is the note I have to put with the dagger over in the Ghost Gate, which I believe we have to go through the Ghost Gate fairly soon anyway, so I'll be able to do that then. Public notice. Note from the Archcanon. This was a very long note that basically said, come talk to me. The High Fane of Vivek, Danso Indulus, and he should get me to talk with, Sariani. Hey! Quickly, did you want to meet the Archcanon? Well, why, yes, I did happen to want that. The Archcanon is in his private quarters, and he very much wishes to speak with you, but I am to warn you, avoid confrontations with the Ordinators at all costs. The Archcanon has spoke with the High Fane Ordinators, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of faithful servants of the temple is spilled, it will make a reconciliation all that much more difficult. There's a private back entrance to Seriani's private quarters. Perhaps you might be able to sneak past the Ordinators by stealth or magic. Are they going to straight attack me now? A door on the eastern canal side level leads through a smaller room and into Seriani's private quarters, but the door is always locked and the Ordinators control the keys. Well, I control the lockpicks, so that should be fine. Eastern canal side levels.
Is there something you need?
That would be east. Hall of Justice. I just want to run up and down the, past the railing here to see if I can find any Underworks, Hall of Wisdom. Oh, right. That's just like the, this is actually Vivek's area up here. Well, I don't need to go through the puzzle canals, and that's directly to Vivek himself. Where's the High Fane? Oh, way up there. So I was sort of in the right area. Let me just float my way back up rather than trying to run around looking for stairs. Alright. Let me drop in a temp save. And hello, sir.
3 blessings, Sarah.
Endrin. Oh, there's the locked door. You guys are looking right at me, aren't you?
May you find all that you seek, traveler. Go ahead, Outlander.
Is there something you need?
There is something I need.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Nothing from you, don't worry. Alright, so this is the door I'm pretty sure I need to go in, since, I mean, it is also locked. But these guys are going to be staring right at me this whole time, so I think I'm going to have to burn one of those scrolls of unlocking I have. Yeah. eCache's Lock Splitter. Now, I haven't needed... I've used one of these once. And this is 100 points on target, so it shouldn't be an issue. Alright. I wrongly assumed...
May our lords be merciful.
Hold on, hold on. I have a plan. Now I want to see if this will work. I'm going to cast one of these. Jesus, I'm going to cast one of these. But before it hits, I'm going to drink a potion of invisibility. Do I have any cheap? 45 seconds. Alright, that 45-second one might be best. Nice. So, they have not seen me. And now I'm no longer invisible.
Is there something I can do for you?
Tholar Seriani. Oh shit, the Hall of Wisdom? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm going to... No. First, I'm going to save, temp save 2. Then I'm going to load temp save 1. Because I would very much prefer not to... Alright, there's a Hall of Wisdom. I wish I'd looked at the map. So, Hall of Wisdom is down there. So what I'm going to do is slip into the Hall of Wisdom. Canon offices, underworks. Where's the High Fane? There.
Go ahead.
Now, I don't think they're going to attack me in here. If he was, he probably would have come at me by now. That's the library.
Tidings.
That brings me out, so it's going to be this way.
Citizen.
Alright, so this time what I'm going to do... Haha, that's what I thought. No, put that away. Yeah, that was the door that they were talking about earlier, or that the person outside, Danso, had talked about. So now I still have one of the unlocking scrolls, as well as the potion I had drank. So, interesting though how, if you think about it, there are several ways to get past any obstacle.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Jesus. Thank you for coming, Climbs and Hides. You know the temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. Perhaps it is time to change that doctrine. You know, what is the doctrine? The temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with Imperial intelligence makes your motivations and integrity suspect. But you have been chosen Hortator and Nerevarine by the Dunmer people, and we have reached a crisis with Dagoth-Ur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House. You and your prophecies may represent our last hope. Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivek himself. He has asked to see you. Would you agree to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say? Yes, I will meet with Vivek. Good. Here are 2 keys, one to the private back entrances to my quarters, and the other to a locked entrance to Lord Vivek's palace. I regret that, at present, the Ordinators are not completely under my control, so, for now, I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivek is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting. Okay. I was on the wrong key for a second there. So that gets me back out of here. And I need to go south.
Oh, no weakness or fault.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Trying not to trigger him, because then I can slip past him. There we go. And this will take us over to Vivek itself. Well, to Vivek himself, I guess. I'm not sure what would have happened if I had told Sariani that I didn't trust him, but I did know from previous playthroughs that you do have to talk to Vivek at some point in the main quest. Jesus, it is also trapped? You know what, I want to take out that trap myself, just in case. That was easy. Put my spear back out. And today we get to meet one of the quote-unquote false gods of the Tribunal. I expected you. We have business, you and I. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I will keep our business short. Then later, there may be time for other things. First, I propose to remove my curse upon the Nerevarine, end the persecution of the dissident priests, and proclaim to all Morrowind that Climbs and Hides is the incarnate and Nerevarine, the prophesied savior of Morrowind, and the last hope to withstand the menace of Dagoth-Ur and the Sixth House. These things I will do, whether you wish or not. Okay. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Dagoth-Ur. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? Yes. Good. Sensible of you. And now, will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to the defeat and destruction of Dagoth-Ur, and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? Yes, I so swear. Not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitations about making such an oath. You will now have a brief, momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed, you are being taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It will be over before... there is a brief sensation of motion in total darkness, floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. You know it. Now, I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. We have time for questions if you like, or you may leave as you wish, but I think there are at least two things you ought to know before you leave. How to use Wraithguard, which apparently you already told me, and how to defeat Dagoth-Ur. To defeat Dagoth-Ur, go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Veminal, then recover the artifact Blade Keening from Gate Citadel Odrasol. Odrasol. Then proceed with Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to the Citadel of Dagoth-Ur. Within the Citadel, find the Heart of Lorkhan. Use the 3 artifacts to sever Dagoth-Ur's connection to the Heart, and he will be destroyed and the Blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Dagoth-Ur, you must sever his connection with the Heart of Lorkhan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact Hammer Sunder once, then strike the heart more than once with the artifact Blade Keening. More than once. You must wear Wraithguard because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keening unless you are wearing Wraithguard. That is the short, simple explanation. Here's the long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. Alright, council? You need to know where is Dagoth-Ur, what are Dagoth-Ur's plans, who are Dagoth-Ur's servants, who is Dagoth-Ur, what are Dagoth-Ur's powers, what is known about Dagoth-Ur's defenses, how can I prepare for battle against Dagoth-Ur, and who can help. Jesus, that's a lot. Alright, where is Dagoth-Ur? Dagoth-Ur has never ventured out of the Heart Chamber, the place under Red Mountain where the Heart of Lorkhan lies. It is there, or nearby, that he is constructing a new god, a Kulakan, also known as Second Numidium. I believe the first one might have been related to the main quest of Daggerfall, oddly enough. Dagoth-Ur's plans. We know nothing for sure, but we have learned much from interrogating 6th House cultists and victims of dream compulsions, and from our study of Dagoth-Ur's actions. The temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagoth-Ur's plans, that summarize what we know or suspect. Take this copy, it is also available in my library. Servants. Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers, the Ash Vampires, powerful heart wights, and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but always are revived at the heart. Somehow Dagoth-Ur has conferred some portion of his immortality upon them, or perhaps they sustain themselves through more conventional sorcery. Who is Dagoth-Ur? Dagoth-Ur is the former Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. He was of Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, he appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears, by turns, lucid and dangerous, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. We're going to meet a mad god in the next Elder Scrolls game. What are his powers? He is able to send his mind into the dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. Don't I know it? The victims are either swayed by his compulsions or driven mad. Or, you know, they resist and go on to do shit for people all over the friggin' island. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh and the flesh of his followers evolves towards a mutable magical form. Dagoth-Ur and the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestations of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless corpus monsters. What is defense? Confer with the Ordinators and Buoyant Armigers garrisoning Ghostgate for the latest information about the defenses of the citadels of Dagoth-Ur and his heart-white kin. Prepare for battle. Prepare for war. Beyond the Ghost Fence, there are no safe places, no allies. Stockpile resources. Yeah, I've been doing that all game. Plan for retreat and replenishment. Quest for artifacts of power. Who can help? Ordinators and Armigers stationed at Ghostgate have the most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the Ghost Fence. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. Oh, okay. Part of the reason why I bothered to go through all of this, even though I am now beyond the usual time limit for my longer form games, is because I wasn't sure if I could get back into this dialogue tree at a later date, if I ended up closing dialogue with Vivek himself here. So I just wanted to make sure I could go through it all. Dagoth-Ur's plans. How big is Dagoth-Ur's plans? I might read that as well. Oh my god. That is a lot of plans. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm actually going to read this in a bonus thing. And so, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.